He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle. I think that's what it's called. It's a long ass damn name, but I believe it's Friends and Family Hustle. But I'm like, that's fine. So it's season 1, episode 1. It's T.I. and Tiny's revamp show, you know what I'm saying, from what they did before. They have added Monica, the singer, Latoya Luckett Walker, the singer, and also Toya from, Lil Wayne's ex-wife, his ex-wife, one of Tiny's friends. So if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a hoe. Jaybird. Hello, Jaybirds. Yes, I'm wearing little bunny ears or whatever. I ordered them from Torrid and I like it. So I might wear all the time. I'm not sure. Anyway, become a hoe, Jaybird, to like, subscribe, comment, watch around, all that goodness on my channel. We are almost to 10,000 Jaybirds. Okay, I'm at like 9,918. I'm so excited to hit 10,000 subscribers. Well, Jaybirds. And so come along with me for the ride. Okay, so I did not know how I was going to like this show. I was wondering how the show would play out. I was wondering how it was gonna go. Kind of weird. So we see the beginning of it, and we see how Tiny and T.I. have called off the divorce. The last time they were on the show, when it was just them, when it was just T.I. and Tiny, the family, the family hustle, she had filed for divorce, she had moved out, they had 2 separate houses or whatever. So this is, a little bit of time later. So they have called off the divorce, but they're still living in separate houses. So she's still in that same house. And then he's still in the old house that they had shared before. And, for him, he wants them to just move past the indiscretions. And she's like, nah, bruh. Because at this point, when this was being recorded, this was around the time where the video came out of him smacking Tasha Skanks on the ass. Yes, the girl in the video, that was when T.I. was caught, when someone recorded him looking through a little doorway or whatever, and it was him smacking some girl on the ass. That was Tasha Skanks from Greenleaf. Yes, it was her. So this is when she saw all of that. Okay, so she's like, what I'm saying, no, we ain't gonna forget about shit like you out here doing dumb shit. And he says, I know you upset because people keep calling you and talking to you about it and asking about it. She's like, no, I'm mad at you. I'm upset with you because you did it. Had you not did that, they wouldn't have to call me. So it was your fault. And so for him, he said, in this confession, he said, I know why she's really upset. He's like, she's more upset because it's in the blogs on the gossip sites. He said if anybody would have just sent that to her directly, they would have had one conversation about it. It would have been squashed, and it would have been, everything would be fine. But because it's out in the world, that's why she has such a big problem, because it's not something private. He brings up how back before they would do whatever, things would happen. Nobody had any say something would happen with them. He said, now I hate how everyone has an opinion, and their opinion gets into our household, and we did not do that before. Okay, before things was not no big deal. And what I got from that was, I've been doing this shit. I've been doing it. She been knowing, and she been okay with. We've had an understanding that as long as things did not get out to the public, I can do whatever I wanted to do. And I feel like that's what he meant by that. I ain't surprised, okay? I don't think anybody was like, Tiny and T.I., he is so faithful. We knew he wasn't. But again, it's a difference between you knowing your man may cheat, but you don't see shit, and seeing it. That's completely different. You know what I'm saying? And for him, he's like, but I love you, and I only care about your opinion. I don't care about somebody else's opinion. I care how you feel. Well, stop out here flirting with bitches, T.I. Stop smacking bitches on ass. Don't do that, bruh. don't do it at all, okay? And she said, I love you too, but I love you from a distance. He said, well, he said, about 9 inches back. I said, 9 inches back? T.I., your nigga's down 9 inches. Look, T.I. is sexy. I love him. T.I. very much so reminds me of a few of my exes. But your dick is not 9 inches. T.I. I just don't think it is. I give it a solid 7.5, maybe 8. T.I. might have an 8. He might, because he built like an 8. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got 9. If T.I. got 9 inches, that's why she there. If T.I. has 9 inches, she ain't going nowhere. She not. Anyway, she jokingly says back, how about a 6? Nah, I don't think he got a 6 either. He walked like a solid 7.5, 8 size. So he's a solid 7.5. That's how he walks. I'm just saying it is how it is. Anyway, but they laugh it off or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, he brings up how, we have something special, you know what I'm saying, it's something about us that it can't be changed, it can't be replaced, it can't be fucked with. And she said, I just need him to show me that he's trying to fight for what he loves. And I feel like this. Is Tiny stupid? Yes. However, that's that lady's marriage. And she is aware of who she married. And she is aware of what he do. And I feel like that's the reason why she right there in that house with him, even though they don't live together. But when he said to her, we have done things and things would happen in the privacy of, and if it happened, nobody knew it wasn't a big deal. It meant we have been doing this for a while, and you haven't minded it until it got into out in the world, until social media began popping with all kind of news. So I mean, some people are okay with knowing, what, my other person may stray. My other person may every once in a while need to go smack an ass or do whatever. And if she is okay with that, that don't make her dumb. That means she's okay with it. Now, as the difference is, if they don't have no kind of understanding and he out here just doing whatever, and she's sitting around. Now that's stupid. Like, you can't, everybody has to do what works for them. Some people don't want to be monogamous. Some people are okay if their spouse can go out and get a little something. And we don't know. But what I do know is, he said, things used to happen, wasn't no big deal until it got to the social media. So we know that means something. So, Monica. They show Monica at her house, bring her kids home from school or whatever. She brings up how she's known Tiny back in 96, back in the day. She lives in Atlanta with her husband, Shannon. Shannon is so cute. Oh, he's so cute. I can tell that Shannon's not going to be on the show much, but I did see when they did the little super trailer how he was on here. But he's a basketball player, and he had got injured, and she said how he is now a free agent. He's all healed up, and he's kind of, going around shopping himself for teams to play. And they live in the house in Atlanta with, him, her husband, the 3 kids. They have a daughter together. Her 2 kids from her former fiance Rocco, and her mom and her stepdad also live with her at the house. I said, that's a lot of people. Girls, a lot of people. I'm a firm believer. We know it, no, because I was gonna say I'm a firm believer you can't have sex with your parents under the same roof. But I mean, it happens. But when you an adult and you ain't having to sneak and do things or whatever, I still I would have to, if once my mom is older, I'm saying, and because I would not ever put my mom in the home, I would have her live with me, and at that point, I would have to have a huge house so that she can have her own little wing, and if I'm doing it, she don't hear me. That's simple. Anyway, she brings up how she's starting to get back into music, how she had been under the same contract since she was 13. So she was singing Miss Thing back. Just one of them days when I wanna be all up. Back then, okay, she's had the same contract with them since she was 13 years old, and she's finally out of that contract, and she's able to be a free, independent artist and make music herself. So she's working on new music, but she brings up how for her she has to be careful Because when you're independent, you pay everything up front. When you're an independent artist, you're paying for everything yourself. There is no label backing you unless you have some investors, which you kind of, may not want to because you're going to pay them back. You are basically funding your own career. But the good part is whatever money you make, it's all yours because you put up all the money. Okay, all the money. But she said she's being careful because again, I can't take too many risks when I have 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure that they're okay. Very, very smart. And it's cute. It was a cute little introduction to Monica. Because I think Monica had a reality show some quick years ago. And I think it was back when the kids were younger, when she just had Rocco and Romello. And I think at that point she may have still been kind of sort of dating they daddy, or they had just broke up with something, but a while ago, before reality TV was really reality TV. So we have not seen her in her normal home life in years. So it's kind of cute to see Monica in a whole different light. So we do see Toya and LaToya meet up. Now Toya, of course, is Lil Wayne's ex-wife, and LaToya is former Destiny Child member who was newly married. She's pregnant, so she's just moved back to Atlanta. So they just bought a house and all this good thing. The funny part about it is when I saw LaToya and her husband, because I follow her on Instagram, and when I saw her pictures of the wedding, of them in Dubai on their honeymoon, I said she need a reality show. She needs her own show. I liked her. It's something about her. I was like, I would like to see them. It was kind of cool. So I think it's cute that she's on here as her first taste of reality TV. Because for the most part, T.I. and Tiny show, they controlled it. So it's not gonna be like a whole Basketball Wives, Real Housewives. It's not gonna be that whole we can't control what's shown. So I like her on here. So she brings up how the last time she was in Atlanta was when she was basically kicked out of Destiny's Child years ago, and she came back to Atlanta then. So of course Toya said, well, what happened with that? And I like how she kept it real simple. Okay, management made a decision. Militavia was had to be let go. Yes, it hurts. It was it hurt us a lot because we went to school with them. We was all friends or whatever. However, people assume that we aren't friends now, but we are all very supportive of each other, and there's no catty, I hate you bullshit. I believe it. Okay, I do think it took time to get there. I do think they got to that point later on in their years, in their late 20s and now, because they're all grown adult women with kids and husbands and jobs and and money in the bank. I think it took time for them to get there, but still a great thing. But we still know that one girl, Farrah. Who talked to Farrah? The little girl. Does anyone talk to that girl? Remember, Destiny Child at one point had 4 members twice. They got rid of that Farrah girl, and then at that point when it became the 3 of them. And I don't think anybody ever talked to her. But whatever. We see Toya talk about how she is in a new relationship with her baby daddy. I think his name is Red. And she brings up how for her, she's happy in this new relationship, but she also does not want to talk marriage because why? She's like, I have already been divorced twice. Both divorces were very public and in the public eye, so I just don't want to go through that again. And I like how Toya told her, you can't say, never say never, because I thought I would never do music again, and I've had 3 solo projects, and I thought I would never do, independent music, and I did. She's like, so never say never. But not only that, you never know who your forever is. So even though, do you count Lil Wayne as an ex-husband? Y'all was 10. Was the marriage even legal? I don't know. But it's a marriage, so it was what it was. But again, you can't count something that happened when you were a kid. You can't even count. I even say some people who you had sex with, if you did not have an orgasm, y'all didn't really have sex. Just take that person off your belt. They not you not no more. So if you was married to a man when you was 17, girl, that marriage don't even count. Okay, don't count that. So technically, if you was getting married again, this would be your second real marriage, and let it be what's gonna be. Anyway, but she said how she's happy with Red, the new baby, or whatever. So we do see Tiny meets up with Monica and Toya. Okay, and they're kind of just chit chatting or whatever, and they ask her how her and Ti is doing. And she's like, "We know we doing okay. We still working on things." And this is around the time that he got her that new car for her birthday after he was caught smacking her on the ass. And the funny part about it was, in the videos they posted at the time, it did seem like it wasn't a big deal. But in this, she said, like, a car don't make up for what he did, you know what I'm saying? But he got that for me as a gift, but we're still trying to figure things out. And I like how Monica said, like, I told you before, you know what I'm saying? Little stuff don't fix nothing. Got to work on it or whatever. And Tiny brings up how Monica gives great advice, and she's like the old soul, like the grandma soul, who can give you the great advice or whatever, but she can also hold a secret and all that good stuff. So they're kind of talking up about that. It was nice. Toya brings up how she does not really agree with Regine dating a rapper. She's dating that YNCF Lucci. Some I don't know. These kids these days, I don't know what the dude's name is. But she brings up how she just don't want her to get trapped up dating him, and so she feel like for so long I was only known as Lil Wayne, baby mama or ex-wife or whatever, and I don't want her getting caught up and going through that. I can see where she's coming from, because Regine do seem pretty, I don't want to say gullible, like she's an idiot. I don't think she's an idiot, but I still think she's so sheltered and so spoiled by her family. She don't know like she's supposed to know. She don't. I just don't think she do. So I feel like Toya is now trying to protect her, but I also feel like Toya, your ass should have been protecting her ass before she got to 19, because y'all let her. You was her friend. You were her friend, and now you're trying to be a mama. And I don't know how that's going to fare with Regine now being 19. So we shall see. We see T.I. meet up with Lil Duval. Okay? Stop, bitch. I live my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. That person. So Lil Duval and K-Dub. Now I only know K-Dub name because K-Dub was on his show Grand Hustle, the competition show. So I know that's K-Dub. So first of all, Lil Duval was so high. I mean, man, he was high as goddamn kites. Okay, high ass giraffe coochie. Okay, and I'm like, boy, stop smoking. So they're asking, like, bro, how did you get caught cheating? Like, how do you keep getting caught up in this bullshit? And Lil Duval, like, I'm saying, you get caught up doing, half the shit I do. Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, I do stuff like that. I do half of what you said. I know he said, Lil Duval said, I do half of what you do and I don't get caught. And you need to just stop doing whatever you're doing. Like, no, man, it's because everybody in my business. He said, who would think that a man will record another man through a peephole in the door, like a little slick? Like, who would think that would happen or whatever? He then say how I wasn't even caught cheating. I was caught flirting. And I'm like, but you was a whole married man. You was a whole married man. And my thing is, if that's flirting, you and her have been flirting before. Point blank. Because I ain't gonna go sit next to no man who I know is married and he can smack me on the ass, and now I'm gonna sit there and just get comfy cozy and snuggle up into him. No, y'all been flirting. You've been flirting and you still flirting and you fucked her. Point blank to the period. You know what I'm saying? K-Dub asked, like, look, I just want to ask you, what I'm saying, do you want to be with Tiny forever? He like, nigga, you wearing a wire? Like, you taping me? He like, nah, I mean, he like, but if you don't want to answer, just say so. He said, well, look, man. He said, whatever I am, I've been that way from the beginning. Hence me saying he been doing this. Tiny been knowing. And it's just to the point to now where people are seeing it and she don't like it. Okay, she was perfectly okay with him doing shit and nobody knowing what he was doing, and she was okay. Now she don't want to be publicly embarrassed. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? And he says, like, I want to be there with her forever as long as I can be me forever. Meaning, as long as I can flirt when I want to and have a little fun on the side, I want to be with her forever. And again, it makes me feel like that's why I say she not dumb, because she know what she signed up for, and in some way, shape, or form, she's happy with it. She just, again, she don't want the public knowing what she puts up with. That's like, everybody don't want to know. Like, if a girl likes sucking balls, okay, she may not want the whole world to know she likes sucking balls, because people could think that's disgusting, which it is. And she might not want people to know that she does that, so she don't want that out. And even though she'll do it all the time behind closed doors, she not gonna suck balls in public because she don't want that to be known. Like Tia Marie liked to take face shots. Okay, she likes face shots. However, she was mad when it was out that she liked the face shots. She didn't mind take them in public, in private, but once it got public, she didn't like it. So some people are okay with whatever their spouse is doing or what the other person is doing, as long as no one knows. And a lot of people say, I think I have said it too, I don't want whoever I'm with to cheat. However, if he does, he better make damn sure I don't ever find out. Because if I do, we have a problem. Because you can't force someone not to cheat. You can want them to not do it because they should love you enough and respect you enough to not cheat on you. But you could also say, if they do, they better damn sure pray I don't know. And that isn't an okay to do it. It means I don't want you to, but I can't stop you. So if you're gonna do it, don't let me see it, and you better don't bring back no goddamn diseases, because I'll kill you dead. Okay, I will kill you dead. You will wake up dead, motherfucker. Okay, don't do it. So I get it, even though I don't agree with knowing he doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tiny knew he was doing shit. She didn't see it. So it's a weird thing or whatever. He do admit, he said, yes, I was wrong. I was wrong for what I did, but I do feel like when you in love, one day you end up hurting each other. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? You don't have to keep doing it though. You ain't gotta keep hurting the person. So we see Toya and Reginae have a whole conversation, and she's telling Reginae how she does not like the fact that she's dating the Lucci dude. Is it YNC or LNC? What is that boy's name? That young boy, okay? She brings up to see, because she said, I don't like how old he is. I can't even look him up because I can't spell his damn name. I think it's LNC Lucci. Is it LNC Lucci? They're like, who is this bitch trying to look up? YFN Lucci. I want to see how old he is, because she said, why his age? Oh, he's 27. So he's 27, she's 19, so he's 8 years older than her, and he has 4 children. 4. He's 27, so he's 8 years older than her, and he has 4 children. That's a lot for 19. That's a lot. Yeah. That ain't gonna last. It's not. You know what I'm saying? But Toya brings up how, a lot comes with the lifestyle of dating a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want that for you. Again, Toya's trying to be a mother finally. I felt like before, Toya was a friend, and now she's trying to be a mother. So she brings up how I also don't want him ruining her image, because he got arrested one night and she was there, and all the blogs, of course, had her name associated with it. And she's like, I don't want her being associated with bad things and then her rep is ruined. But I'm like, she ain't known for shit besides being Lil Wayne's daughter. Like, she ain't built shit, she ain't sold shit, she ain't made shit, she ain't done shit. Like, my thing is, she hasn't done enough to ruin her reputation. You know what I'm saying? Rev Run Daughters has done some shit. Snoop Dogg's kids has done some shit. All Regina, even Zanique has done some shit. Like, Reginae is Lil Wayne's daughter. That's what she is. That's her whole life. Lil Wayne, my daddy. Toya, my mama. That's her thing. So my thing is, she could date Trump. They ain't gonna ruin her rap. She ain't got one. She hasn't done anything yet. She don't have no clothing line, no makeup line, no shoe line, no nothing line. Hey, she don't have nothing. So I'm like, what's she gonna ruin? Anyway, she also brings up how you don't need to always go where he go. You know what I'm saying? If he there, you don't need to go, because mainly when he go to these little after hour parties, she be there. And she said, do you think your father ever left me or took me with him to these after hour spots? And I don't think Lil Wayne did at all, because Lil Wayne was probably also fucking other people. But, you know what I'm saying? Reginae then said, you need to let me live my life and let me make my own mistakes. I agree with that too. She gonna make her own mistakes, but at the same time, that does not mean your mama not gonna advise you on what you should not do. What happens is your mama will tell you you shouldn't do this. You do the opposite, and then when the bad shit go wrong, you say, my mama told me don't do this shit. She told me that, and I ain't listen. So it's a whole thing of she has to remember that her mama is telling her things that she should hear. Okay, point blank period. She then brings up how I don't think I want to go back to school. I don't think I want to school anymore. What? Because of Lucci? No, you going to school. She's like, Ma, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the same drive I had before. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I only went to school to make you happy. I didn't go for me. And I can get Reginae's point in that. Because parents 100% should encourage their kids to go to school. However, parents should also recognize some kids ain't made for college, bitch. I was one of them, okay? I hated high school. I hated high school mainly because I'm a hands-on learner, okay? I hate having to read books on it. No, bitch, put me somewhere, tell me what to do, and in a week I got it, okay? As much as the fact that I had worked with a law firm as a legal secretary, and I am now in the medical field doing billing or whatever, and I did not technically go to college for it. I learned a lot of it on my own. I did go to Everest real quick, but whatever. But yeah, I wasn't made for school, so I can attest to sometimes some people are not made for college. The difference is you have to have a plan if you're not gonna go. Okay, Reginae say she want to be an actress. And I say, bitch, I don't know why, because you can't act. Look, Reginae was on that little grown-up hip-hop show. She's now on this show. She's not an actress. She's not. She's an aggravating little kid. I can't imagine her acting. I will always say, that's Lil Wayne's daughter. But who knows? But she says how acting makes her happy. And so that is what she wants to do. And I said, well, okay, the proof in the pudding. But the whole time they're talking, I'm like, why that baby on the couch just sliding down? I'm like, put that damn baby. You ain't got no high chair, no little rocker, no bouncer. It's gonna put on, she on the color of this. Pick that damn baby up, girl. Anyway, we see a quick scene with Latoya and her husband, Tommy, or whatever, and they are at like a little Maz type of class or whatever. And they just kind of bring up how they met, their mutual friends. How for a month he did not know who she was. Well, he didn't know that she was Latoya Luckett. He didn't know that he didn't know, from Destiny Child. He didn't know that. They did not. He didn't, because he didn't see a picture of her either. She saw a picture of him, but he didn't get a picture of her. And so they was talking, for like a month or whatever. And then they started, like each other, whatever. And it happened. They fell in love, got married. And then he said, I knocked her up on the honeymoon. She's like, we don't know that. He's like, no, I remember because I had a whole ovulation thing on my phone and I knew when you would be ovulating. She's like, what? Did you? He's like, yeah. He trapped her. He trapped her into having the baby. He knocked her up on purpose. Anyway, she brings up how she's happy and also terrified to be a mom, and but how everything's happening so fast. How she has a lot to learn. I like them. I like them. I do. I like them. I want to see more of them. And so because she's new to Atlanta and they just bought a new house, she wants to have a housewarming party. And so of course she's going to invite the other families. Cool. So we then see Tiny and Toya meet up, and Toya's asking if Tiny knows Latoya. And she says, well, yeah, from back in the day or whatever. I think we may have did a show or two with them when she was in Destiny Child or whatever. She then says she actually dated T.I. before I did. Like, her and T.I. was dating before he met me. And I'm like, damn, it's a small ass world. But she brings up how that was a long time ago, before she even knew T.I., before she knew Toya, and since then her and T.I. married, Toya married, so it ain't no big issue. And I'm like, I feel like y'all did need to bring it up a little bit, because it's like, why would that be? It's just, I mean, you can bring it up, but not, it was weird, but whatever. So, but she brings up how, even though that's a little weird thing, whatever, she's going to still go to Toya's housewarming. To Latoya's house. I hate having to call her Toya. So to Latoya's housewarming. So, Tiny brings up how Messiah, their oldest son, is going away to college or whatever. So they're like going over what colleges he wants to go to. And so like, well, at least he's going to college. Like Reginae does not want to go back to college. She wants to act. Tiny said, well, I can relate. Like when I was doing music and I signed my record deal or whatever, I knew that I wasn't meant to go to college. I knew this is what I was meant to do. And I like how Toy said, well, you know what, that's different because you had a whole record deal. She ain't booked no movie. Like she don't have shit. She wants to chase the dream or whatever. And then Toya said, you know what, I'm gonna still be on Reginae because I know how Tiny is a little bit more lenient on her kids. I'm looking like she can't be more lenient than you at all. Girl, bye. Toya be acting like she's a strict mother. She not. Reginae got a smart ass mouth and a badass attitude. You was not strict on that girl. Y'all was fucking friends. Anyway, but she do say she wants to make sure that Reginae avoid making mistakes like she made. And I think that's the great thing. Okay, whatever. She brings up how she also has cameras in Reginae's house. I'm like, what, bitch? For safety reasons. And Tiny say, but what if she in the house and her boyfriend not having sex like in the living room? Oh, no, because she know I had cameras in the house. So she's like, oh, so she probably won't do it in the living room. She'll probably do it in her bedroom, which is probably true. I would. Anyway, Tiny calls, talk to T.I. and asks him if he's going to Latoya's party. And he says, no, I'm not going. And she's like, well, why not? Like, that's just kind of crazy. I really want you to go. And he had a valid point, but he's still an asshole because out here, you should have went, motherfucker. He brings up how, she wants to do a couple things when she wants to, but she also wants to be independent and be separated from me, so she can't have it both ways. You can't want to not be with me, but then be with me when you want people to see us together. Like, you can't have it both ways. I agree. I know that's a fucking thing to say, but I do feel like it's a way to say we trying to move forward and not say, well, no, we separated. I'm good. Because again, you can't want to be separated when it's convenient for you, but want him to come in and be your husband when it's convenient for you as well. Like, it can't, you have to have some kind of conversation about how that works. So I still feel like he should have went, but he said no for that reason, so it was what it was. And at the housewarming, Monica wasn't there. It was just Toya and Tiny. They brought Zanique and Reginae. Reginae had her titties out. Okay, which lets you know Reginae is not used to being around fancy grown folks. Okay, because everybody's aware that a housewarming party of your mother's friend is not the place to wear a jacket that shows with no bra, like a little cute little vest or whatever, like a little suit jacket with the titty meat out. And I'm like, that was not the proper place because the only people there is wives and husbands. Like, why are your titties out? Like, you couldn't think to put like at least a shirt on under, and they're like, where's your shirt? We like to express ourselves with our clothes. But I'm like, but you the only one there with your titties out. Anyway, a housewarming is not the place for titties to be out, okay? The beach is the place for titties. After hours, the place for titties. Your mother's friend's housewarming is never the place for your titties to be out. It just isn't, okay? And it was a nipple, but enough of the inside, outside boob was, girl, bye. It was just too much. Tiny brings up how T.I. couldn't make it. Whatever. And they are like sitting around having conversations. One person tells Tiny how they're, inspired, or they think she's a strong person for her, persevering and being strong enough to try to work things out with her husband, and people will look at her as a strong person. Look, I think they kind of put too much into it. Look, she's not a Mother Teresa. She's not saving the world because she stayed with her husband. Marriage is our work. It does take a lot to get through them. However, I'm not going to sit up here and say if your husband cheating on you and out here on these news streets and behind pictures and videos touching on asses, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the time to buckle down and work on your marriage. No, bitch. No. I think there's other reasons to work out your marriage beside the husband, like saying I do whatever I do and people should be okay with it. bull fucking shit, okay, bullshit, okay, but I get, or I like how they at least told her, you know what I'm saying, she's brave to want to stand by her husband and make sure the marriage works. I think that's a great thing too. And that was how it was. It's a cute little show. I would suggest people to watch it. I cannot guarantee I'm gonna review it every Monday. I may review it every Monday. We're gonna have to see, but I like the show. I do want to see what else happens this season. I want to see more Monica. I want to see less of Toya. And Regina, this is so much for me. I want to see more of Latoya and Monica, basically. And nothing against Toya and Regina. Nothing against them at all. Or I hope they give me more. Okay, I don't want to see Regina titties at all. And that's about it. Anyway, I'm Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.
It's like love, 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 and music.